Hey, Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashimi Havashai, Bahashim Kwakadash, Yahweh, who the word inwardly calls God, Yahweh Shai, who the word inwardly calls Jesus. I want to give double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, who are some of this truth. I want to give a peace and blessings to the I came across the four corners of the earth, who teach the truth and rest like to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Lord, when the video's edifying, Lord, I can get some in front of this video. Oh, wait, Shalaki. Quick video, man, in transit. Just ran to the store to grab some things for some health, just keep myself and my house healthy. And I just just spirit hit me to make a video about certain things regarding health, right, bros? We live in a fucked up society where you have to maintain your health, man. Right, you have to upkeep, you have to maintain your well-being here. You know what I'm saying? Bros might get sick. Bros might get, bros might get colds and fever or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And there's certain things you could take to kill that shit, man. And certain things you should take on a regular to keep that shit from off you. And Lord willing, man, I could find a video that I ran into. I think it's saved somewhere on my Instagram. I got a couple different folders where I save certain different things, like regarding like information or health or whatever. So Lord willing, I spirit hit me to scroll through it and find it's something that this lady was taking. Cause she was like, I never get sick. I've never gotten sick. Like everybody be getting sick. I never get sick or whatever. I think she probably got sick once. And that's the only time where she wasn't taking it's a tincture or whatever it is. And it's literally like in a dropper. And she would take it by mouth or whatever and take the little drops and shit. And, they looked at the ingredients and everything was plush. You know what I mean? And I was like, you know what, this is something good. So I believe I saved this. So I'll go through and see if I can find it, Lord willing, man. But, we live in a society where, the food is fucked up. There's a lot of metals. There's a lot of shit in the meat. You got meat glue and just all kind of shit, right? You got the fruit. One of the brothers used to work at a grocery store, and he was in the produce department. And one of the dudes in the produce department was like, hey, man, because the brother had found a rotten apple, He's like, hey, man, this apple look pretty bad. Why is it mixed with the rest of them? And the dude was like, man, really all of them supposed to look like that. They just spray these with certain shit to preserve them longer. You know what I mean? So, they could sell or whatever. And that's why when you go look at apples in the store and shit, they be shiny. Get your attention. They got that wax on it. Get your attention and all that shit. You buy an apple, man, and you go to your house, take a butter knife and scrape, the side of the apple, you're going to see white shit build up. That's bullshit, man. You know what I mean? You live in a society where it's like that, man. Everything is about $1. And it's not about living. It's not about, if you're not, tapped in and, in the elites and all that shit and all that, or that top 1%, you're not even considered a human. So if you're not considered a human, you think these motherfuckers give a fuck about your health? No, they're going to give you just enough. So people don't rise up against their ass. But eventually, people will rise up against them. So when you read in 2nd Ezra, the 15th and 16th chapter, mainly the 16th chapter, the 15th chapter, if I'm not mistaken, it talks about, martial law and all these things. And then when you go to the 16th chapter, it goes into the missiles. Okay, but man, it's not like the old world, man. It's not like, this society ain't like you don't really get the minerals and things like that from the vegetables and the fruit. I remember I was going into Sprouts. Out here we got a store called Sprouts. It's supposed to be a healthier store, like where you can go. Actually, I just left there right now, where you can go get like certain herbs and shit like that, and I was there was a Jake in there, and the Jake had drop foot. I think that's what it's called, but he couldn't raise his he'll trip over himself or whatever and couldn't raise his foot up. So I'm seeing him kind of struggle. So I run in the store and grab him a cart and all that shit. They can sit down and move around on. And as I'm helping him grab things in the store, you know, he talking to me, he like, man, you know, he said, if you eat a bunch of fruit, it's like eating a bunch of candy. You know what I'm saying? The soil and all that, it don't provide the same minerals that it used to, because everything is tampered with and fucked with. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? That's real. You know, so that's, you know, the Lord said where he provided medicines in the earth. Solomon knew about the medicines. You know what I'm saying? I think it either tells you that in Ecclesiastes or Wisdom of Solomon, if I'm not mistaken. But he knew about the medicines. You know what I'm saying? You know, he knew about the medicines of the earth. The Lord created medicines in the earth for us. So there's certain things you could take that get rid of, like parasites. You know what I mean? Like clover. I just found out coconut, right? The coconut, the flesh of a coconut, the water in the coconut, you blend that up, that get rid of parasites. You could go get a parasite cleanse. You could go get the little the pills. You know what I'm saying? You know, or you could do it the natural way, right? You just have to, you know, get all the stuff to do that. You know, I just got it in the form of a pill. I got the natural shit too, but garlic is a parasite killer, if I'm not mistaken. I think a certain onion is a parasite killer, if I'm not mistaken. What else? Wormwood. What is that? Black walnut oil. Right? That. Another one, if I'm not mistaken, is black seed oil. That knock out parasites as well. And then you have turpentine, right? Turpentine, I think it strips your body of the heavy metals that's in it. So turpentine, man, that shit, I'm telling you, that shit tastes like you ain't supposed to be tasting it. That shit tastes like you ain't supposed to be consuming it, man. I had to take it. I was doing the cleanse and shit, and I had to take it. It actually helped a lot. You know what I mean? But you take a small doses of it or whatever. That shit nasty. You know, soursop bitters. That's some nasty shit, but it works. You know what I mean? But these are the things that we got to take, man, to keep ourselves, you know, to keep our engine running in this joint, man. You know, feeding our body that and feeding our spirit this truth. You know what I mean? And maintaining it to the best of our abilities. The Lord said, well, hold what you have until he come. You know, so us being Hebrew Israelites, man, and us being that, Lord willing, I'll be one of those men, but us being that government that's going to be established at the top of the mountains, man, we got to put on these are things we have to put on, and things we have to know, and things we have to practice now. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I don't want to make this about women. You know, this video is not about women, but I'll say this too, just to drop a jewel. Man, nothing hook a woman like teaching her something either. You know what I mean? Your woman gets sick, man, or a woman you dealing with gets sick or something like that, and you know a natural remedy, you come over there and hit her with the Shazam. You know what I'm saying? You hit her with some of the sauce. Don't tell her what it is. Say, oh, you sick, man? I got you. I'm about to pull up over there. You hit her with the remedy, boy. Like, yeah, bitch, name another man that can heal you. You know, dudes, yeah, they'll sleep with you. They'll do this, they'll do that. But, you know, name another person that can heal you, though. You know what I'm saying? You know, if that ain't love, I don't know what is. No, but seriously, though. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to know things that the majority of men don't know. You know what I'm saying? For instance, you know, you get sick, you catch a cold or catch a fever. Like I was catching a couple of days ago, man. I felt like I was a little under the weather. Like, you know, the beginning of you about to get sick, I started feeling that. So I went in the kitchen, man, got me a mug, heat up some water, busted lemon down, you know what I'm saying? Squeeze it in a cup, threw some cayenne pepper in there. I like cayenne pepper, I ain't gonna lie, but so I threw a little bit more than a little bit, right? So I threw some cayenne pepper in that joint, a little bit of black pepper to activate everything, turmeric, ginger. I ate an orange as well, or yeah, orange if I'm not mistaken. Ginger, lemon, cayenne pepper, garlic. Right, but I just peeled the garlic clove. I ate the garlic clove straight up, and then I drank I washed it down with the tea that I just described. You know what I'm saying? And boom, out, man, it was gone. Later on that day, the shit was gone, out of there. Felt better. You know what I'm saying? Mix that, bros. We're going to the sauna. Hit the sauna, man. Get in the sauna. Sweat. Go sweat, man. Go sweat. You shouldn't be sitting around. Go sweat. Hit your jump rope, man. I think one of the brothers told me 8 minutes of jump rope was 30 minutes of running, if I'm not mistaken. Bros could look that up, Baba Kashai, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? But man, hit your jump rope. Hit your cardio. Hit that gym, man. You shouldn't be walking around here all, you know what I mean, all fucked up and all that. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. You got bros that, you know, you got some bros that were unhealthy before they came into the truth. But now coming into the truth, knowing that, being this new man, you know what I'm saying, put off the old man and his deeds. And part of putting off the old man and his deeds is all the bullshit he was consuming. You know what I'm saying? Eating sweets there all the time. You know, stuffing yourself with nothing but carbs. Oh, you got a headache. That's why you can't get no work done. Because you eat too much during the day. Eat just enough. You got brain fog and shit. You can't even think clearly. Because you jamming shit down. You know, you jamming shit, you overeating during lunch. Now you full, now you sleepy, now you can't get no work then. You got hours left for work. You know what I'm saying? Try to go 12 hours without eating daily. You know what I'm saying? Stop eating at like 8, 9 o'clock at night, or whatever time you stop eating at night. Don't eat till about, if you stop eating at 9, 10 at night, don't eat till like 11, 12 the next day. Your body go into ketosis mode. And start burning the stored energy that you already have, which is fat. You know what I'm saying? In the morning, this is what I do. I wake up in the morning and I'll get like, you know, I like coffee. I don't like coffee, but you know, I be needing that shit sometimes to get. I'm not a morning person. You know what I'm saying? But if bros got a natural, you know, a better remedy than espresso, I would say, you know, please let me know. But I'll get 2 shots of espresso, maybe 3. Just straight espresso in a cup. It's nasty as fuck, but it get the job done. And I hit that in the morning, and I just drink that with some water. You know what I'm saying? And I'll work throughout the day, and I won't eat till probably like 2 o'clock, 2 or 3 o'clock. You know what I mean? Let your body fast. You know what I'm saying? But you'll notice you'll get a lot of work done doing that. You'll be more, you know what I'm saying, energetic. You know, but when you eating, you know what I'm saying, pancakes and waffles and all kind of shit in the morning and getting these pastries and this and that, man, bro, that you gonna be bloated. You ain't gonna feel right. You'll be feeling fucked up. And if you got parasites, you feeding them. You know what I'm saying? Eat to live, don't live to eat, man. Eat to live, don't live to eat. We gotta notice, man. You know, we gotta run our households properly. We gotta run ourselves properly. Being men of the Lord, man. Being a man of the Lord is not just knowing scriptures. It's not just making videos. It's not just, you know, being brotherly. It's not just, it's that, but it's not just that. Add to it, right? And don't get me wrong, the other side of it take time, the health and all this and all that. But brothers, eventually add to it, man. And you're going to feel a lot better. You're going to look a lot better. Ain't nothing like, man, you can wear whatever you want to wear when you in shape. You ain't got to spend $200, $300. I ain't saying bros do this, but you got people out there who will go wear a designer shirt, you know what I'm saying, and be out of shape. And the L be on one side of his chest and the V be on the other side of his fucking stomach because he done stretched the LV out. Another earthquake. Come on. Call like how about Shemel Shai, man. You know what I mean? Scripture say, you know, earthquakes in diverse places. You know? But yeah, you know, you got a fucking Gucci shirt on. It say Gucci. You don't want that, man. You got people out here that, you know, wear these designer shit look like a fucking stressed out trash bag on their body. You know what I'm saying, man? But hey, look, I tell you this. You get in shape, you know, get some muscles about yourself, right? Start eating healthy, feeling healthy. That gut start coming down. Hit that Stairmaster. Hit that jump rope. Hit them crunches, sit-ups. Man, you throw any shirt on, it's gonna look like a designer shirt. You don't even need that shit. You gonna throw a $5 shirt on, but you got $1 million body though. You know what I'm saying? It's not the clothes, it's the man in the clothes. You know what I'm saying? What that mean is when you you can wear whatever the fuck you want to wear. You don't want to go swimming with your shirt on, man. You know what I'm saying? No, man, get in, get in shape. Get in better shape. You know what I'm saying? Brothers got different body types and all that. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But us being in the truth, slow down on the cookies, cakes, and all this shit, man. And putting hella sugar all in it, man. Slow down on all that, man. Health is wealth, man. Health is real wealth. Okay? Hey, so with that, man, Lord, videos edifying. Only I can got something for this video. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kwakadash, and brothers keep pushing on to the next Shalom.